He's announced that he's going to crack down on the Second Amendment, taking the prideful mantle of Barack Obama and just passing by executive order anything he couldn't get passed by Congress. That, in case you're not aware, is the literal meaning of the word dictator, making law by declaring it so, from the Latin dictare, to speak. According to the White House, he's cracking down on ghost guns, which is the spooky name given to guns people make themselves for their own use, which legally don't have to have a serial number or be registered with the ATF.
Oh no! What are we gonna do about the ghost guns, Scooby?
They bleeded. Last year alone, there were approximately 20,000 suspected ghost guns reported to ATF as having been recovered by law enforcement in criminal investigations, a tenfold increase from 2016. Because ghost guns lack the serial numbers marked on other firearms, law enforcement has an exceedingly difficult time tracing a ghost gun found at a crime scene back to an individual purchaser. Because if a criminal purchases a gun, it's completely impossible for him to dremel off the serial number. Quote, "This final rule bans the business of manufacturing the most accessible ghost guns, such as unserialized build-buy-shoot kits that individuals can buy online or at a store without a background check and can readily assemble into a working firearm in as little as 30 minutes with equipment they have at home. If, of course, they're skilled machinists and have specific gunsmithing expertise. Let's be clear, it is not advised to do this yourself unless you are an expert or are supervised by one. Otherwise, the gun you build might be very dangerous to the shooter and bystanders." Not that you'll hear that from Biden's goons. They're happy to pretend that this is basically like IKEA furniture that you can assemble yourself by looking at some weirdly drawn pictures with an Allen wrench. Nothing is further from the truth. Quote, "This rule clarifies that these kits qualify as firearms under the Gun Control Act." Well, they can say that all they want. It doesn't make it so. These guns have always been perfectly legal. He couldn't get it passed in Congress because this has always been legal. Meanwhile, criminals have been buying guns off the black market forever. Congressman Thomas Massie tweeted in response, quote, "The Constitution does not authorize the federal government to prevent you from making your own firearm. That is a fact that has been recognized for 200 plus years. Also, Article 1, Section 1, literally the first operative sentence in the Constitution, says Congress makes law, not POTUS." We've been pointing this out for years, with a sticky thread still available on the old Bogosity forum called The Black Market for Firearms. It shows how easily skilled and knowledgeable people can make guns with basic machinist tools. And of course, Biden had to get in the latest bit of fear-mongering, quote, "This requirement will apply regardless of how the firearm was made, meaning it includes ghost guns made from individual parts, kits, or by 3D printers." Yes, because 3D printers help enable this right, and it is a fundamental human right for the unskilled as well as those with specific skills. By the way, keep in mind that it was under Joe Biden's tenure as VP that the Fast and Furious scandal happened, which proved quite conclusively that serial numbers don't really do a thing to stop anyone from committing crimes. All he's doing is proving all of the rhetoric from him and other leftists about gun manufacturers is absolutely the lie we all said it was. If it's those evil gun manufacturers who are the problem, then why wouldn't it be a good thing that people are making their own guns, completely bypassing them? Because they want nothing less than the absolute banning of all guns in civilian hands. Any rhetoric to the contrary is a lie. This is about control, not safety. It's about making you dependent on them and easy to control by them, which means they can't stand anything that empowers you.